Okay, so very good morning to all of you.
Good morning, sir.
Today we are going to start another session of this workshop. Today our speaker is Dr. Arup Baksi. He is in Alia University. He is an associate professor over there. His background is initially botany, and then he switched over to management, and after that he is teaching there in Alia University in management. And his connection to MOOCs is that he has offered one course in MOOCs in Swayam on tourism management. So he will be talking on one LMS, that is Learning Management System, which is Canvas Instructure initially, and he will be talking some more on other open source issues or resources. So it is, you can think of another counterpart of Moodle. Like we introduced Moodle, so that is one LMS you can work with. Canvas Instructure is another like that. So if you like this one, then Moodle you can use this, or you can use Moodle as well. So I think you will enjoy his lecture. He is a very good speaker, and whatever doubt you have, you can ask him freely. He is a very nice person. And another good thing is he will be talking on Monday as well. So if you practice, or if you just get into whatever he is delivering here today, and then if you practice it at least at the initial level, and if you have any doubt, you can clear it on Monday as well. So you have some time to interact with him. So I hope you will enjoy this lecture and you will get some benefit out of it, surely. Thank you very much. Please, Arup.
Good morning. Actually, I intend to conduct this program with the help of hands-on process, so that you can directly enter into the website and see the things how they move. But before that, I would like to make a very small presentation, because we need to know that where exactly our focus will be. So I have developed a very small presentation. You see, basically, I was having a talk with Tirthankada before the initiation of this particular program, that still we are the first generation learners. Nobody has mastered this, because the massive online and open courses, they have been recently introduced. The IITs and the IIMs and the IISc, they had their NPTEL program for quite some time now, but the state universities and the central universities are yet to introduce this type of program, and it is yet to be popularized, particularly the online program. So we just go through a quick slide before coming to the hands-on area. So actually what we will be focusing on is the multimedia learning, which basically it's agglomeration, or summation of 4 C's. The first one is the ability to critically think, not by the teachers or by the developers, but also stimulate the students to critically think. The second one is the creativity, since you will be using audiovisual elements, a lot of graphics, pictorial, visual contents, audios. So put essays inside your course content. It brings out, or it requires a lot of creative execution. Remember one thing, that whenever you are developing certain courses for the virtual platform or e-learning content, of us jump visual elements, and they try congest lots of graphics, lots of animation, lots of pictures, lots of video narration, lots of voice narration. It will not allow your learner to concentrate. Okay, it will just move away the focus. Don't congest your slide. Since you are having too much of resources, don't put the resources together. Okay, the creative execution, basically, when you are interacting with a student on a virtual platform, you are not in direct touch with him or her. Okay, also you cannot force him or her to watch everything what is inside the slide. So it is almost a self-learning sort of thing. So he or she should be motivated to go through your entire presentation. And if he or she finds that it is, a jumbled up presentation, a lot of congestion is there, basically he will switch off. Okay. So the creative execution becomes a part of it. Communication. The more lucidly you communicate, the better. And the most important thing for us, the teachers or the academicians, this virtual platform is a platform to collaborate. Okay, I will be showing you the collaboration tools today. Unless and until there is a peer collaboration, it's very difficult to get a good online course in place. So these are the features of a new generation learner. You see. They prefer active learning, they prefer interaction and collaboration. Today's learner is a smart learner because he or she has access to internet. So whatever you are delivering in the class, he or she can cross-check. Okay. Multitasking, extremely relational, they can create networks very fast. And this is for the 21st century learners, particularly ours, the peers. We normally engage in peer learning process. So what we wear, we wear a sage on a stage kind of thing. So over here, you see, we are guided by our instructor physically. The instructor works as a facilitator and he works as a resource person. How it is changing? It is changing, and the implications for the teachers are basically, as I have told you, the long lectures are not recommended in online courses. Teaching with technology have greater impact because it will allow you to explain certain things more vividly. You can mix up methods because a lot of audiovisual tools are there. You can use video clips, the podcasts. Podcasts are basically the audio casts. The concept charts and maps, clickers, presentation and other tools. But again, the rule of the thumb is don't use all the tools together. Okay, don't bring all animations, all graphics, all narration together. Explore micro-learning and use the LMS or the course management system. So from a very synchronous sort of learning process, synchronous learning process will allow you, to go for virtual classroom where interaction is there. Audio video conferencing, there also an interaction is there, chat or webinar. These are basically interactive one. But if we are moving away to an asynchronous process whereby there is no interaction between the learner and the instructor, and the instruction is coming through emails or blogs or discussion forums or even dissemination of ebooks or CDs and DVDs, there is no interaction over here. The learner is on his own. Okay, so the content will decide whether the learner has been engaged in the learning process or not. So between this synchronous process and asynchronous process, the resource person who is using the online resource, online teaching process, they have found out a blend between a direct face-to-face learning process and a digital learning process. So they are actually blending it, so that the essence of interactivity or face-to-face learning is there, but it provides some degree of flexibility and empowerment to the students or the learners also. So these are the theories. Basically, the objective is to engage the learner. You see, this is the mantra for the e-content, development of e-content or online courses. The objective is to engage the learners because you don't have a direct control over it. You are running the course, say from your department, and the student is watching from his residence. So you do not have a direct control over him. The only thing you can do is to execute it creatively and to make it very content rich so that it engages the learners. Okay, so we are using three things basically: the multimedia presentation, the development of the e-content, and we are using certain elements. So these are certain books and theories. If you wish, you can go through this. The e-learning process by Clark and Mayer. These are certain theories. I'm skipping it. This is a dual coding theory with the help of which e-learner normally learns. You see, in a dual coding theory, there are graphics, there are words, and we are combining them. We use two senses. For graphics, we are using our optical sense, and for words, you are using our auditory senses. And there is a non-verbal processing, there is a verbal processing. So the mixing becomes very important. For the instructor, the mixing of graphics with narration becomes very important. Okay? So connections and integration are made if your non-verbal processing is connected to the verbal processing. Basically, this is the working memory for any learners. And working memory, it has limited capacity, particularly the subconscious domain of any learner, it has limited capacity. But again, your intention is develop knowledge, and knowledge is a long-term issue. Fine, this is another dual channel process, and active processing. So we have, we talked about graphics. We can use still graphics or motion graphics when we are preparing the e-content. Basically, you see, it includes graphics that enhance meaning, not just for decoration. Now, why you should be using graphics? You can use graphics to represent facts, or you can show relationship between different facts or variables. Show transformation from one situation to another, or from one period to another. Explain how something works, particularly in the engineering division. You can explain how machine works with the help of animations and digitization. Make an invisible phenomena visible. Okay, so like airflow, how it flows and how it impacts. Use static illustration rather than animations, with some exceptions. You see, since you are having the option to use animations must be used very judiciously. Don't, again, I am repeating this, don't jumble it up. So we need to have certain content authoring tools, okay, with the help of which actually you can develop the e-content. And then we need to have certain learning solutions where your content will be uploaded. So you are very familiar with, I do not know how many of you are exactly using the HTML platform, but I'm sure you are using the PowerPoint presentation and the Flash. If you are habituated of producing animations, I'm sure that you are using a lot of Flash players or in a PowerPoint presentation. Now I want to show you something. Suppose this is a PowerPoint presentation. Normally what we do in a PowerPoint, we prepare certain slides, isn't it? And we have certain limited animations. So if you see animations right from here, the animations pane, the way I put the animation, they fly in or they dissolve. Okay, there can be a checkered board appearance. They can go for a whirl or a spin, etc. These type of small animations you are using. My recommendation is, whenever you are using the PPT is a very a very strong tool, very dynamic tool. But we are actually using only 10% of the PPTs because most of us do not know what are the add-ons to the PPT. I want to show you one add-on today. When you are using the PPT for the next time, go to this file and go to option. Okay, you see there is an option called customize ribbon. Okay, so click it. Now in the main tabs, you see you must have this developer ticked. Okay, you just tick this developer because this developer will allow you to go for the add-ons. I am coming once again so that you can understand. Say from file, you are going to options, go to customize ribbon, and then you tick the developer. And you can tick whatever you require from here. You see? Okay, but you tick the developer so that the later add-ons can be added. Fine. So there is an add-on called iSpring Suite. Okay, I am using this ninth version. So in an iSpring Suite, you can do a number of things. Okay. Now, suppose, let us go online. Say I'm entering into YouTube. Suppose animated presentation on, say, e-learning. Let us, okay, what is e-learning? Fine. So this is basically
e-learning stands for electronic learning.
okay. Now it's very difficult under a normal circumstances to actually incorporate a YouTube video in a slide. Can you do that with the help of the normal slide presentation that you do every day, day in and day out? When you are, teaching your students, probably you are doing this. Can you integrate a YouTube video directly in your slide? You can just provide the link, okay? And if net connection is available, then only the link will work. But here, with the help of iSpring Suite, you can actually directly incorporate the YouTube video. Just you have to do is to click this YouTube. This is an insert option, okay? YouTube video. So what you have to do, again, you copy this link. And you paste it here. Clear? So you can actually have a preview of this. See, it has already come. Okay. So you can run it directly from here. There is no question of providing any link. Okay. And now if you place OK, it takes time, but you will find that this video will be inserted in the slide that you intend to insert it into. Okay.
Sir,
Yeah.
that will be shown in the ribbon only, or else the link will be there on the slide?
No. You see, it has been incorporated here only. Okay, it will be incorporated as a YouTube video when you will be operating the slide. The ribbon basically is to enable you to, activate the developer. Once you activate the developer, this iSpring Suite can be loaded. iSpring Suite, suppose you are using, say, statistical software packages. I am sure that a lot of you have used software packages like SPSS. In SPSS, you will find a number of add-on tools are there, like Amos is there, any video graphics are there, chart builders are there. Okay, you can add on to this. You have a fundamental or a basic package. Microsoft PowerPoint is a basic package. What is available with Microsoft Office? Okay. You may use Microsoft Office 10 or 13 or even 19 has been released. So you are using a basic package, and there is an option to go for add-ons. Okay. Now add-ons will make your presentation more dynamic. Dynamic in the sense it will make more interactive. Okay. And the slides will be more interesting, because when you are showing the slide, suppose in certain symposium or conference or even in a lecture theater, most of us do not have a live connection of internet over there. Okay, so if you are downloading the YouTube videos and integrating it with the help of iSpring integrator, those videos are there in your slide already. So you can directly play it from your slide. No need to have an internet connection and all that. Okay, otherwise what Madam has said is correct. You can provide the link, but it will be used only if there is an active connection. But in case of an inactive connection, or where you do not have internet connectivity inside the classroom, say a non-smart classroom. So there you can actually integrate the YouTube videos inside your presentation and can go for it. Okay. Again, you see, I want to go for, okay, how to add slide notes. Suppose this is a slide, you want to add certain notes with the help of which you can read out. So what to do? Can you tell me? Where should I go so that I can add certain slide notes? Slide notes are basically descriptors of the slide. Okay, and it is only for the instructors. The audience cannot see it. Suppose you want to record this slide and you want to publish it over the internet. Okay, so in the internet, the slide notes will not be shown. But when actually you will be recording it, it will be used as a teleprompter. So slide is there, slide notes are there, and you can actually see the note and can refer it what you need to speak about this particular slide. So slide notes are very important for the instructors. So how to insert a slide note? You see, go to view, make it normal. Okay, you see at the bottom, click to add notes. Okay, so just type in here. This is a slide about content authoring tools. Okay, we use say HTML, PPTs, and Flash Player to develop our content. This is for the instructor. You see, what is there in the slide? It's exactly what you want to say by using this particular slide. Now, how does it help you? Say, I want to, develop a video about this particular slide, and I want to develop this video not as a voice narration, but as a video insertion. Okay, so again, I'm telling you, this is all by using the iSpring, not on the normal, basic package or fundamental package.
We mute the video, it is running, so
That's good. So go to your home, go to iSpring, and you see there are options: record video, record audio, or you can manage the narration also. Okay, so let us go for recording video. Now you see, you are having your video, fine. The slide that you want to talk about, you see, this is the teleprompter that I have just written, isn't it? So if you start recording over here, it starts recording. So you can elaborate about your slide. This is a slide about content authoring tools. Like tools, we use HTML and PPTs and Flash Player to develop our content. Okay, so if you feel that your conversational element has ended, you go for stop. Fine. You can go to the next slide also, recording about the next slide. You can go to the next slide, start recording about the next slide. You can go to the next. So you can go slide wise, or you can do one thing. But this requires a lot of practice, that the slide transition can be automatic. So you need to have a lot of control over your content. Yeah.
But it should be in time.
No, you see, you are exposing a slide for say 20 seconds. Okay, so you can set a time. So after 20 seconds, the next slide will appear. Fine. But you see, the synchronization with your voice. Okay, exactly you are speaking about it. There should not be any spillover effect. Your next slide is appearing and still you are continuing with your conversation with regard to the earlier slide. So you can do one thing. You go for one at a time. But the unfortunate thing is, but again, there is a remedy also. the unfortunate thing is multiple video sessions. Okay, individual to each of the slides. So if you have a 20 slide presentation, so if you are using this single slide at a time, it will not allow you to develop a single presentation, a continuous mode of presentation. It will give you 20 video outputs. But again, you have a lot of software with the help of which you can merge the video. Okay, even you can go for editing also, so that it looks a very continuous presentation. But if you have that control, if you develop this, okay, particularly this is very important for the MOOCs video session. In case of a MOOCs on Swayam portal, there are 4 quadrants. You need to develop the text, you need to develop questions or assignment, you need to develop a reference for reading, and you need to develop a video. In case of a MOOCs video, the UGC time limit is 30 minutes. So within that 30 minutes, you have to deliver whatever there is inside your slide content. So that practice eventually you have to develop. Okay, but as I have told you, it requires certain practice. So if it is okay, then we can go for a preview. You can go for a smartphone view also, if you are allowing your students that option. This is the designing part, okay, or if you can go for desktop. Okay. Now, basically, you will find that wherever you are putting your source, here the source slide is kept on the desktop. Okay, the moment you are going for a recording, a folder will be automatically created here with the same name. You see, the name given to the slide is VBU, stands for Vishwavarati. So a same folder will be created. So if you open this folder and these files, you can find your video over there. Okay, so later on what you can do is, if you are having multiple number of presentations, you can use any video joiner so that you can join your videos. But the best thing is you practice so that the automatic transition of slide takes place and you have control over your content, whatever you are speaking, so that it will be a continuous file. Okay, so one thing you need to do is to go for publish. If it is okay, now you have a number of options. You can directly publish it to the YouTube. Okay, you can publish it to the YouTube. If you have an LMS which is very active, you can have an LMS on Moodle Club, or if you have an LMS on any other operating system, other platform, you can publish it there. You can publish it to the own cloud reservoir of iSpring, or you can save it to your computer. Okay, so it gives you, normally if you want to save it as a video, it will be saved as a video, or if you want to save it as an HTML file, normally iSpring accepts HTML5 configuration, so it will be saved like that. So until and unless you are publishing, it will not be visible to the public. Okay, because you want to show it to the students. The best thing is, if you are having an LMS, you publish it directly over there. So in an online course, the students can easily access it. Show it in your class. It's better to store in your computer. You can publish it in your computer any drive. Okay. Similarly, in case of you can go for 1 hour recording also at a stretch.
Because there are some
you
cannot go beyond 12 minutes.
But in this case, it's not good.
That's a very good thing.
Because this is not a pure, it's a part of an add-on of.
So that video quality will be that good.
No, video you can actually, I do not know. quality, but if you have an HD webcam by default, or
Can be the configuration also can be changed. And
you can change the configuration right from there.
No,
But-
that webcam is not good.
Yeah,
You can
sure,
change the
sure.
webcam.
You can have an additional webcam. Only thing is, you need to identify. See, over here, when you are with the help of any software, like for example, I can show you one. Like there is a software called Audacity. Okay, in Audacity, basically you see you need to have a headphone with a speaker. Okay, in case of iSpring suit, actually you can directly talk and this speaker can capture. But if you want more clarity in your voice, you can go for a speaker also. Any USB driven speaker or any speaker, you can use it. A 6mm jack will fit in this audio position, so you can use it. Okay, but if you are using a purely audio recording tool like Audio Audacity or Cam Studio probably it has a
Cam Studio has a problem.
It is
Sometimes record 10 minutes and then they can reach.
they can join it. You can there are several video joiners and audio joiners available. So in case of a record video also, you can go for alteration. The resolutions, you can do this. You can set up a microphone if you want to set up an additional microphone. Okay, you can configure it and you can do that. Okay. Now you see, if you do not wish to see the slide notes, you can just put it off. And I have with reference to in future when you will be able to master this and you can actually synchronize your voice with the transition of the slide. No need to check this particular box called process the slide only. Then got this transition. And it will just change the slide. Yeah, you just click in here, the next slide will appear. For your convenience, you can place it, at a pane so that it becomes. You will find the next animation you have to click. You can also because if you are putting animation, you have to click the animation so that they appear. Okay,
So that there will be two screens on the.
yeah, this is only for your benefit actually. Okay, you can if you want to record something. Okay, if you go for a video recording of your slides, then it's better that the slide and your video appear simultaneously on the screen so that it can be avoided with the it is almost like a PIP picture in picture type of situation.
If I am a learner, then can I have both the things up in front?
No, as a learner, you will only see the video. This is for the instructor who is developing it. When you, as a learner, when it will be published in LMS or say the teacher will be using it in the classroom, you can see the pure video along with the slides. Okay.
So we got stuck in the developer part only. How to bring that iSpring suit?
Oh, that I will share. Okay, how to get it because you see.
Does it come in the pirated version or?
See, officially, I cannot say standing on this platform that we will be using a pirated version of the software. But again, there are, academicians like us find hundreds of ways to access this software. I will tell you. No, don't bother about it. Okay. Yeah, similarly, in case of recording an audio, you can both see there is no video element over here. You can start recording an audio so that your audio, the slide will be the main interface between the student and the instructor. But if the instructor is absent in the class, you can simply play this slide because the voiceover will take behind this particular slide. So whatever the instructor is trying to explain by standing physically in the classroom, that can be accomplished by running the slide. Unfortunately, the teacher is absent. You can run the slide because the voiceover will take place. Okay. So it is, anyway, it is not desirable for a physical classroom, going for a virtual classroom where you require, voiceover and explanations, you can use this. When you are otherwise, play along and the video will not complement it, this is not a very good thing. Okay, so you have a sync of, option. You can synchronize between your video or audio and the slide actually that you are showing, because the slide for which you have developed a conversation or a voiceover, they should match with each other. So it properly, maybe the voiceover is fitting with another slide which doesn't have the voiceover. Okay, so there is a synchronization option. Your video will appear over here, your slide for which you have recorded the video will appear over here. And if you simply put for editing, if you have recorded a long video, say for 20 minutes, so instead of a one frame, you will find 20 different frames or say 15 different frames. And at the time of speaking, probably you felt that some part may be omitted to make the presentation more effective. I told you in one of the slides that long narrations are not preferred. When you are developing an online course, don't try to go for excessive amount of narration. Keep the narration, to the point. Be very specific. Okay. So here you will be having on your cursor if you have multiple video files, or you can reduce the portion. Okay, depending on first you listen to the audio, you edit it. Okay. Now one thing you can do over here is you can go for additional the title slide. Okay, say this slide actually doesn't have any, but at the starting of a presentation you can go for certain background music, for say 5 seconds or 10 seconds as inauguration of your project or presentation. So there you can incorporate certain audio clips from your own library, which can be stored in your own computer. You can go for this audio source. If you click this audio source, lot of audio sources will be there. If you are storing something in your computer, you can bring it. This audio source will appear here. Okay, and this is your first slide, which doesn't require any narration. And this is the audio source. Basically, it will have a background music. And then go for synchronization. It will only synchronize with that slide. Okay, only the first slide.
So is there any option to increase the volume level in this editing facility?
Volume level can be increased. Yeah, those are
sometimes what we find is, at least it happened to me, that after the recording I found the voice got low.
Oh, yeah.
And somehow get it up somehow. And
did you use a microphone?
No, I did, but still, when you do it for the first time, things happens like that. So I found that the only thing I needed is to increase the volume. And I could not do in many of the editing softwares. And sometimes when I do this, the voice got up, but the video quality got somehow affected. So that's how I am facing some issues on that. But I think it would be a good
let me just
option for that. I'll try this.
There is a possibility. No, I have seen somewhere. I will just search and find out. There of noise cancellation, aberrations in noise. In iSpring Suite, whenever you are recording your voice, when you are recording voices, in spite of the fact that you are staying in a very calm place, background noise may come inside your audio recording. So you need to cancel all those noises. So there is a voice filter in iSpring Suite. I will show you how it works. You have to select the audio file, you have to run it. Simultaneously, you have to run the noise cancellation option also. So that when the output comes out, it comes out as a clean file. All the background noises or the noise aberrations, they will be removed.
Because actually, sometimes people think that we need a very high quality studio lectures. But no, it is not like that. Even for our classroom purpose, if you want to make it a practice, then you can do it at home using Cam Studio and stuff like that, and you do a little bit of editing. Even without editing, also we can do. And I have done many of those, and I found some problems on those, but still those can be done. And what Arup is showing, it's really very useful, so all of us can try.
Actually, you see, whenever you are using this software in the internet, when you will be using iSpring, there are a number of YouTube tutorials. Nowadays, people learn maximum things not from the instructor, but directly there are lots of hands-on tools. You will get guides and tutorials, even video tutorials. How will you save it? How will you go from one tab to another? So you will get everything. The thing is, you need to practice. The more you practice, you will develop your own way of working with iSpring. Okay, it happens to almost all the users who are using software packages. The basic understanding is given by someone how to use it, or what is the basic objective, how can you put it to use, how can you activate it. But later on, the users find. Okay, so if you are using it, then you can develop your own projects. Okay. One of the major things for an instructor is to develop the MCQs or quizzes. Okay, yes.
Sir, once you can show us the process of synchronization. If you are having any audio.
Right now I am not having, but I will show you if it is required. Since I am having one more class on Monday, I can show you.
On Monday as well.
I can show you the synchronization. Okay. See, in this case, say a lot of teachers are having this particular requirement of generating quiz or multiple set of questions, and they can be actually published on your LMS or online system. If you want to take an online examination with the help of MCQs, because you see these days the new online test, the requirement is focused on two areas. Number one, if you have a huge number of students, physical tests sometimes becomes very clumsy. Okay, then the copy checking and etc. It takes a huge amount of time. So controlling, supervision, monitoring, evaluation takes a lot of time. Okay, so it can be saved in online mode. You have better control, better supervision, better evaluation system because evaluation will be done automatically. Since all the answer keys will be there, the evaluation will take place. So at a click of a button, you will get the result. So if the test is taking place today in the morning, you are in a position to declare the result in the afternoon. Okay, this is number one. And number two is you need to expose your students to this type of online tests, because the students, when they are going for their professional life, more often than they're facing this kind of online tests, competitive exams and all that, so that it will be a hands-on practice for them also. You see, in case of this iSpring suite, you will have a developer called iSpring Quiz Maker. So you are going for a graded quiz for which you are giving the grades. Okay. Now you see, one of the advantages for an iSpring suite is if I click question, even if you can go for hotspots are like when there is a security check for entering into a portal. Have you seen sometimes hotspot of a pictorial verification? How many cars are in this particular segment? How many bridges? How many buses have you seen before? This is kind of a security check before entering into this. So if I am going for a hotspot, say for example, you add a picture. Say I am adding a picture. Say I am adding a hotspot. I am selecting a shape, and I am selecting the picture. Say in case of a slide. So if you tap to answer this question, if you need the learned examiners to identify whether they are selecting that particular spot which the evaluator or the teacher. Say in this particular monument, suppose there is a bird over here, and you need the learner to identify that bird. Okay, and you are placing your hotspot over here. Fine. Now, as a learner, I am clicking it over here in this particular area, then the thing will appear whether I am correct or not, or whether I have identified the hotspot in a correct manner or not. Okay, so this is one of the ways with the help of which you can evaluate things, or we can go for question which will Indian, or you can add more options. You know, if you want to give not 3 but 4 options, and then you can go for a preview. You can save and return, and the more LMS or in your computer later on you can share the same thing with them. Okay. You can go for interactions also. New interaction. These interactions basically, when you are placing this interaction actually the learners can interact with you. But I will show you better interaction without using this iSuite. Okay. So iSpring Suite basically makes your presentation much more dynamic, much more resource oriented, whereby you can actually integrate the audios, you can integrate your own video, you can go for narration, you can go for integration of web object also. If you have any web object, suppose you want to Wikipedia link, you can go for the link also. Okay. If you want to insert certain things, you can insert it from here. A lot of pictures, graphics can be inserted. So it is basically an add-on to the existing PowerPoint to the presentation. With the help of an iSpring Suite, I can go for recording an audio and can integrate it. I can go for creating a quiz. I can go for creating an insertion or any dialogue simulation. When you are recording something, suppose this PowerPoint slide, if I make say F5, this is a screen. Think about this screen and you need to stay focused on that screen. Need to develop some content about this screen recording. For this screen recording, a particular screen you can select. Okay, that screen will appear. If you do not want to create a PowerPoint, then you can go for simply the screen, and you can record the screen. And the screen will change, and you can record the screen. Okay, you see the normal thing with Moodle is which one? In maximum cases, what I found in Moodle is the people are presenting in person.
Yeah, that's the kind of video recording.
This is with regard to one specific help of any animation, but that is not preferable. You can speak by having on the 7th. Okay, unfortunately, it has been in case of Moodle, we were shooting for the video for that quadrant. UTC at Moodle.
Yeah, he's spoken.
Okay. No, you need this. Yeah, you can. You only do not prefer Moodle.
Yeah, it's also
Okay.
from my experience also, I found it's little bit not that user friendly.
Easy वाले बता दीजिए सर.
Easy वाला ही बता दीजिए.
When I introduced
Easy वाला बता दीजिए. It should be easy for the instructor. It should be easy for the user. So this is one of developing something as an application that can be uploaded or downloaded in the okay. So in storyboarding, actually, you can create that interface, which can be uploaded or wherever it is possible. But behind storyboarding, basically, you have to use the iSpring. No need to go to this storyboard. I'm just going to, like seeing any smart classroom, you will find one screen over here, and a pen comes along to hide classroom. In internet, you will get a terminology called flipped classroom. Flipped classroom basically is, it's not a monologue-oriented classroom where a teacher stands and there is a monologue only. There it should be a dialogue or interactive. So in a flipped one, there is a chance where a student can actually interact, and you can make that board actually interactive in nature. Okay, so the student can come and write something over there. Okay, and that can, basically we are using this, the PowerPoint. We are not a computer, otherwise most of the animations will not run. So this flash player becomes very important. Since you are on the verge of developing e-content, or you are destined to develop e-content, or you are likely to develop e-content, certain things need to be, need to be clarified. Like a lot of terminologies, we use it almost like interchangeably, as these they are same in nature, like free softwares, or open source softwares, or freewares, or sharewares. Do you sharewares? Do you think all these things are same? The exact meanings. This is the normal assumption or apprehension of most of the teachers. Free doesn't have anything to do with price. Okay, it was developed in 1985 by Richard Stallman, this free software concept. Free means you have freedom to use. See, free software and open source software are almost having the same meaning, but there is a very subtle difference in their philosophy. In case of open software, it's like a development project. Open software basically, it is grounded on collaborations. It is a free software, but it has to be developed. But it has to be developed for the usage is on network basis. It's not absolutely free. The second one is to modify. Modify is again network based. You cannot develop or modify it by yourself. So there has to be an open source. The best open source software is Android. Okay, it is basically developed with the help of a networked developer. And then there is a freewares. Freewares, basically you do not have the source code, you cannot modify. Initially, it will be distributed free of cost. But later, for say 30 days or 15 days, then you have to actively be a premium user. Like in case of Adobe Photoshop, a lot of things are having a trial version, but it is for a limited period of time, so 30 days or 15 days. You have to activate it, you have to register it, and then you have to start using it. But Adobe Photoshop is a shareware, whereas Adobe Acrobat is a freeware. Okay, so these small things need to be understood. When you are discussing with your students, probably this will help you to make them understand in a better way. Certain useful content authoring tools. There is called Storyline. I use this one called Adobe Captivate. Again, this is basically a shareware. You can use Composica, or you can use Camtasia. These are content authoring tools where you can develop your own content. Basically, the teachers or the instructors, they are moving away from the standalone e-content authoring tools, and they are using the clouds. And probably you have already looked into the Moodle platform, the Moodle cloud platform, and we think today about a specific platform of content management system or a learning management system, which is called Instructor Canvas. Or when you are upgrading yourself from a physical platform to a virtual platform, what is basically your objective? Is your objective to only connect with the students, or is your objective is a broader one to connect with the people? You connect with your peers, fine. That you connect with your students, your classroom. Okay, it will allow you to deliver more content. It will allow you to expose the students to multimedias and audio and video generated content. Most importantly, in case of when you are going on a virtual platform as a teacher or as a researcher, it is very important that you should collaborate with your peer group across the globe. Because this is the, I believe this is it's a most vibrant platform which allow you to share your research work, your ideas, your thoughts, everything with your research group, and it generates instant, sharing. You can generate instant comment about your work. Suppose you are thinking about a specific asking the peer group to respond. You will find, interestingly, thousands of peer group will respond by seeing that model. Okay, so we will take a look into certain collaborative tools like Padlet. This is of which we can go for this collaboration called ThinkLink. Okay. So, let us go into Canvas. Can we take a break of, say, 5 minutes? Okay.
So 16 slide.
Slide 4. Padlet is like a digital wall. It's like a digital notice board. In the notice board, what happens? If you suppose there is a wall over here, and both the community can write on the wall. You as a teacher, you are writing, and in response to that, the students are also writing. Okay, so if I am using a wall, that will be a physical scape, and it has limited usage because at the moment the wall is filled up with notifications, I need to paint it, or I need to move away all the old notifications. But in case of a digital wall, it has limited space. Particularly if you are a premium user, you can have a good amount of space. But the most important thing for you is Padlet, VoiceThread, and ThinkLink. They can be used free of cost. Okay.
Yes, sir. लोगों को ज्यादा प्राइस देना नहीं जो है वही होता है रिवीजन मार्केट